Hi, it's Katie from Elevated Aura with a quick energetic update for you regarding the upcoming Capricorn super new moon. One quick note before we begin: I'm a Western tropical astrologer using the whole house sign system, and all my updates, forecasts, and one on one consultations follow this style of astrology. Now, back to the new moon. So, following the winter solstice on December 21st, we will have the final new moon of the year on December 23rd, 2022, with the super new moon in Capricorn happening at 2:16 a.m. Pacific. The sun and the moon will both be at 1 degree 32 minutes of Capricorn. It's also in Capricorn that we find Venus, Mercury, and Pluto, indicating there's a lot of cardinal Earth energy, Capricorn energy at play during this new moon. Capricorn is the boss of the zodiac and the natural ruler of the 10th house of career, which includes your work, career, public image, leadership, and self employment. Now, Capricorn people tend to be ambitious and practical. They tend to have an excellent sense of social responsibility, and they tend to be conscious of social mores, perhaps to the point of overconcern. Capricorns tend to be naturally cautious, which allows them to advance slowly and steadily to the top. You've heard of the tortoise and the hare story? Well, the tortoise epitomizes Capricorn energy. Slow and steady wins the race, learning, adapting, adjusting as you go along. During the Capricorn new moon, four of the six personal planets will be in Capricorn. The Sun, the Moon, Mercury, Venus, and Pluto is there as well. Now, the moon represents our emotions, our internal world, how we express ourselves. It's our unconscious, how we feel about things. And the moon is ruled by Cancer. And on the zodiac, Cancer and Capricorn are axis buddies, where Cancer is the home life, nurturing, maternal energy. Capricorn, ruled by Saturn, is more fatherly, disciplined energy that is all about taking responsibility and being a boss. So when the emotional motherly moon is in Capricorn, the moon doesn't exactly feel a comfy cozy. This energy may manifest itself at this time in a way where we doubt ourselves and we may feel the need to justify ourselves to the outside world or garner approval from the external world to ensure that we are safe and that we are being useful. Now, I know this is easier said than done, but at this time, really see if you can work on filling up your own self if you're feeling useless or unloved. Use this challenging energy as a time to build up your skills of how to cope with adverse realities and learn how to trust your inner values, your inner gut. Because if we don't take the time to rid ourselves of doubt and harmful thoughts, if we don't take time to strengthen our trust in ourselves, when we encounter difficult periods in life, we are likely to stumble more. Now, even when it comes to business, have confidence in yourself and trust your gut because there is success and talent that Capricorn energy does live within you. And keep in mind that this Capricorn energy of working hard is not necessarily a bad thing. Remember the tortoise and the hare, that's the energy that we're swimming in, and Capricorn places all of its bets on the slow and steady tortoise. Now, during the new moon, Jupiter will be at 0 degrees of Aries, forming a square with the Sun. The Sun is also squaring Neptune, and given that the Sun and the Moon are conjunct in Capricorn, the Moon is also forming a square with Jupiter and Neptune. I think that this indicates that we're going through a season where our emotions, the Moon, the way that we see ourselves, the Sun, has possibly been under some kind of illusions, Neptune. And we're being gifted this opportunity to see things in a different light. I think we're seeing opportunities where we can tap more into our spirituality, tap more into a greater power, to trust in love. And it's interesting that this super new moon is happening around the winter holidays because I think that this moon, again, is gifting us this chance to see our blessings, our luck, and what makes us happy in a whole new light. Jupiter is, in a way, expanding our appetite for philosophical topics, for spiritual topics. And there's something to be said about having an attitude of gratitude that invites more blessings. Because if you think about it, if you're always doing nice things for someone and all they ever did was complain, you're not really going to feel motivated to keep going because there's no appreciation there. But if you are giving someone something and they are appreciative every single time that they receive some kind of blessing, no matter how big or how small, my guess is that you're going to be motivated to go above and beyond their expectations because that attitude of gratitude in turn gives you a gift. Because when we give a gift and the other person receives it with love, that is a gift back to us. One last thing that I want to flag for you with this new moon is the degree which it's happening, 1 degree. Now, 1 degree is ruled by Aries. It's also a very early degree, which tells us that this is a new energy. We're kicking off something new. And even more powerful, this is the third new moon of 5 new moons in a row, all happening at 1 degree. It began with the solar eclipse new moon in Scorpio, which is at 1 degree. Then we have the new moon in Sagittarius at 1 degree. And now this new moon in Capricorn is at 1 degree. When I look ahead at 2023, the new moon in Aquarius and the new moon in Pisces are both going to happen at 1 degree. And as we continue on into 2023, we'll have a black mooning, meaning we have two back-to-back new moons in Aries, because we're going to switch which zodiacs are at play during eclipse season. So the first Aries new moon will be at 0 degrees, which tells us this is a pure form of Aries energy. It's a fresh new beginning with a baby step kind of approach. Then the second new moon in Aries, about a month later, is actually a solar eclipse new moon in Aries happening at 29 degrees, indicating that this new moon is going to be at its most mature, often signaling psychic powers, specifically clairvoyance. Of course, we're going to talk about all of this in much more detail as these astrological events get closer, but given how powerful these energies seem to be for new beginnings, I wanted to flag this for you so that you understand just how fresh and malleable this energy is. And if you're someone who, like me, likes to take time during a new moon and really be intentional about where you're focusing your time and energy, then these new moons really look like something to use to our advantage and really co-create our reality with the universe. Now, what to expect on a more personal level with this new moon in Capricorn? Look at your natal chart and see which house does Capricorn rule for you. If you are not in Aries rising, Capricorn will rule a different house than the 10th house. So you're going to want to look and see which house Capricorn rules for you, because that's going to give you the best indication as to which area of your life is most likely being activated in some way with this new moon. My suggestion would be to spend some time thinking about what you want to see manifest, or what kind of changes, blessings, improvements you want to see happen in that area of your life around 6 months from now. The Capricorn full moon will occur on July 3rd, 2023. So think about that area of your life being illuminated by this Capricorn new moon. And what would you like to see happen in that area of your life by July 2023? Meditate on it, write it down, and start working toward those goals. Now, if you are Sun or rising Capricorn, Cancer, Libra, or Aries, you are likely to feel the effects of this Capricorn new moon the most, especially if you have planets or aspects between 26 and 4 degrees of cardinal signs. So that would be Capricorn, Cancer, Libra, or Aries. The reason I say that is because the sun and the moon are at 1 degree of Capricorn, so that indicates to me that those with 1 to 4 degrees of planets or aspects are going to feel this. But then we have Jupiter at 0 degrees of Aries as well, squaring the sun and the moon. So that's why I extended the range to 26 degrees to capture those end degrees of 26, 27, 28, 29, and 0. Whatever happens externally at this time, know that you are safe, you are loved, you are divinely guided and supported, and I love you. Wishing you a blessed and safe new moon in Capricorn.